All right, everybody. So since I built this rig, I've done about 15 jobs. I'm getting about 3 or 4 jobs a week just posting on Facebook. Um, anyway, so here's an excellent house for a before and after. The homeowner said that a couple of years ago he pressure washed up as far as he could reach, and then he was done. So even that's all dirty again, of course, because he didn't kill the root system. There's a lot of well, I see he's trimmed the bushes back from the handrail here. These were all grown inside the handrail, and I had priced it $200 to trim that back to help my solution get inside here. This was all grown through here. This was grown inside. So he's done that. That's fine with me. The other reason I'm coming out here is because the last 2 days here in town, it's rained 2 to 4 inches. And even though it's a house wash mix, I still am cognizant of it getting on any bushes and things like that. So these things have been soaked plenty the last couple of days. So we got 3 little dormers up there. I'll probably just get up there, since it's almost a little flat roof, and walk that and rinse using my remote. So I'll just get up there one time. Over here is a real tall area here. So we've got a story and a half and the walkout. So I'm guessing that's 10, 20, 30, 32 feet up there. This side's not so bad. It's the south side, but it still has black on it. Now, these bushes didn't get trimmed back. I don't know my bushes very well, but this one looks pretty hardy. This one looks hardy. Have no clue. I don't know my trees very well either. I mean, if they're dropping walnuts, I know it's a walnut tree. So this side's not too bad. I am going to put a little pressure on this deck. He wants this deck cleaned because he's going to paint it. He's tired of putting, like semi-solid stain on and stuff, and so he's actually just going to put like a deck over paint on it. So I'll put a little pressure on here and with the house wash mix, and he should be ready to go. And we got to do the back side of that chimney box, which is not going to be a problem. That's about it. I do want to note that I was walking around for property protection, and these are caulked in. Everything's wet. So as far as taping anything on the outside up for property protection, that's going to be kind of tough today. But those actually, he must have had an issue, because these are caulked in. Now, whenever you caulk this kind of stuff in, you always want to leave the bottom open, just in case something does get in on the top. It has a place to weep. So that's done correctly. Okay, so we're going to do this concrete too. And the other thing I want to note is we have a fiberglass door, and it may have some kind of varnish over the top of it. So what I'm going to do is put plastic all the way around here and protect this. And then when I'm done, I'll take some Murphy's oil soap and hand clean this. We got some kind of, I believe this is a board, a stucco board. No, that looks like actual stucco. I saw something here the other day that looked weird. So I don't know. It looks to me like they added stucco over the front. Maybe that's always been here. Anyway, we got stucco here, and this is not the ephes either. This is something else. I don't believe there's foam back there, but anyway, I'll put a little hotter mix on there if it doesn't come clean. All the vinyl siding on this job is oxidized. We did talk about this spot up here. You see it? Looks like oil. I asked him if he sprays wasps, and he said he does. They hang out in these lights, so he sprays the lights, and it looks to me like he chased one out and went after it. And I told him I doubt that'd come out. It'd be better, but you'd probably still see it, so he's okay with that. I'll take these hanging plants down. That was I think I told him it'd be $25 to move the plants. There was other plants up here on the front porch. Move them off the deck and move these off. So I'll just do that for him. They're just easy. Take all this off, lay it out in the yard, and I'll lay it out in the yard straight out so I know right where they come back to be hung. And that's about it. I'm so happy that he's trimmed all this back. Gonna make my job a lot easier. And then like I said, I'm gonna do that concrete, and I'm gonna throw this sidewalk in. I think we just talked about doing this one end over here only. See right here. And I said we ought to just do the whole thing because this will be a lot brighter than that. And I don't even think we discussed this front sidewalk here, but I'll put the surface cleaner on it. I'm going to do this skirt right here, and so we'll get this skirt cleaned up, get all this crap off of here. Need to take this down. Oh, it's screwed up there. It's screwed up there. Okay, so I'm going to leave it up there and brighten it up. So that's about it. I'm going to get to setting up here. Let's see, where's the water? The water's right here. So I'd like to be back here so I can pull my hoses straight off and go back here, but I'd be in that mess, and I don't want to rut it up. It's already rutted up, but you know, if we rut it up, it's a different deal. So I'm just gonna have to pull it off and weasel around here. I'm gonna do this backside first, and since I'll be inside the fence, I'll do the backside and the deck, and then when I pull out of here, I gotta do that chimney too, but when I pull out of here, I don't have to go back here anymore. I will note this. He did have a wooden deck out here, and he had those pavers down, so he just had this concrete put in, and it is dyed. So another reason to come out while it's raining. This thing is really soaked up the water. I'll hit it again up here to soak up more water, but I just don't want to have that lighten up in any way. So I guess that's about it. Alright, I'm trying to pull this hose out, and the first 50 foot of my hose is 1/2 inch, and I'm starting to regret that because it is the wieldiest stuff. I mean, feels like solid iron, and I don't know how I get this crap in there, but it's hard to wind that 1/2 inch tight. At least it is for me. So I don't know how some of you guys do it. You're all 1/2 inch. Maybe that'd be easier, but anyway. So I'll pull all this off, wind it back a little tighter. All right, so I got that finished out. So we're pretty far from the road, and all but about two houses here are almost that green. There's probably 6 or 8 houses that need this service. So to get people to look up, because if they're just driving, it's pretty far. If they're just driving, they're going to miss it. I'm working right here. But if I put this out, they might turn their head. So normally when I'm done with a job, I put these out, but I'm going to put it out now. There she blows. All right. Oh, look at those. Well, you can't see it from here. Let me show you. I didn't notice the dormers were that bad the other day. See the north side of those dormers? Really bad. That'll be a good before and after photo. Yes. There. All right. So now I'm going to set them out in the yard the way they go back. Huh, that's a whiskey bottle right there. Huh, pretty cool. Or a whiskey type bottle. I guarantee you that the homeowner knows, even though these are all the same, which ones go where. So, good idea to put them exactly back. All right, I'll finish this up. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of plastic over this whole door, like I said earlier, and then wash it by hand when I'm done. So I'm going to use this jam right here. Take that off like so, and then just to kind of skip forward, I'll have my plastic and I'll bring up on the back side of it. And then I'm going to leave the bottom mostly open. That way, if I do get any water inside here, that it does have a way of getting out at the bottom. So I'm going to use some real thin painter's plastic, which is really the best thing to use because it's less wieldy, I guess, so to speak. So it's 0.31 mil. So this is it comes 9 feet. So I used to do a lot of painting, and so at 9 feet on an 8-foot wall, you can go around the perimeter and tape it off like that, and then it'll come down and come out a foot on the floor. So this is the way of cutting it. So we know it's 9 foot long this way. So if we go like this, we have to go over this stuff here. So I'm going to go over this, hold it there, hold it over here, like so. Now we're going to give ourselves about 1 inch, like this. If you get all this nice and tight, when you cut it, it'll be like almost a straight line when you open it up. So we're going to have a piece, whatever width that is, looks like 5 foot by 9 foot. Up here and get started. Okay. All right. Just gonna go in here and press it in. Started square here. All right. Anyway, I'll just continue that until we get that door covered. See, we're going to come out, we're going to have just enough. Now we don't want to, you know, blow water on here, but if we're careful, we can just lightly mist over it and get right in here. Anyway, I'll continue. Okay, so I've taped it all up and I've left 2 weep holes right here. And to give you a little trick on keeping this from blowing around, like even if you're working inside, what I do is I'll come and open up a hole like that, tape right over it. Now it's stuck. Just a little painter's trick. Tear a hole open. Tape on it. Now it's stuck. Keeps it from blowing around. I'm going to add a couple down here. That. And there you have it. So looks pretty good. All the light fixtures have bird crap on them, so since they're looking down, I'm going to lightly mist over those too, as lightly as I can by blasting everything else out, but I think we're good. We'll put a little roof on this one, and then it comes down and go in. Let's see, this one's been stuccoed in on the top. One more down here. We got a doorbell. This is going to be something here. Let's see if I can put a roof on it. Yeah, well, doorbells are low voltage, 24 volt AC is what doorbells are. So not really a big fire hazard, but nonetheless, you want to keep water out of it. They do go bad quite often. Let's put a little roof on this. Things are so dirty, it's hard for tape to stick. That's why I'm going back with the duct tape. Looking good, Mr. Cartel. So the homeowners are not here, so they're at work, but I want them to know that that I care about their property, and I'm going to take a photo. You can kind of see it here. I put it on wide angle. That way they know that, you know, by showing them this, I'm going to send this photo to them because they already know I've started. I'm going to send them this, and that'll ease their mind if I know what I'm doing and, you know, I'm careful with their property. All right, so The rain has, I got to get that chime. The rain has really picked up. I don't know if you can tell. I'll come over here. So it's 4 times as hard as it was when I showed up, but I'm still going to do the job. I'm going to bump up my soap and SH because it's not going to be sticking as long as I'd like it to, but I want it a little hotter, and I can do that today because everything's wet. So, and when I say hotter, I've got a dual barb injector on my pump, and I already did tests with it. All right, so the rain has really picked up, so I'm going to use both my barbs for bleach, and that puts my mix at the end of the gun. I've already done my testing, and you can see that on a prior video, but that puts my percentage of bleach at 1.25%. So, and then I'm going to bump up my soap. I got to put my hood on here. That way I get a better fighting chance. This rain was supposed to slow down in an hour or so, but it's picked up. So I'm going to do the back in that chimney, and if everything's going all right, then I'll just continue around. All right, so next winter I'm going to clean up this mess here. I've got too much going on, but it works. But I think I can make it a lot simpler. So I pull, this is Snotmonade, and I pull it out of here to my 12 volt, and then it wides off here, and it goes in through this makeshift manifold into my injector. So I normally run 1 full turn on my needle, and I'm going to go 3. I'm going to really get the soap to it. I want it to hang up there as much as possible. If it turns out to be too much, I'll back it down. So this is my bleach here. So I got a T here, so I've got this down, so it's going to come through here. Now normally I leave this valve here off just so I'm using 1 barb, but I'm going to turn it on, and so now both barbs are going to be pulling SH, and I'll be running right at 10%, which is 1.25%. Just to go over this is all 3/8 to here, and then it splits off quarter and quarter. So I got 3/8 feeding 2 1/4-inch lines, so they do pull, and that's on a video too. The difference between 1 barb pulling and 2 barb pulling. It's not double. It's about 30% more. Anyway, so I've got my remote going here. Calling for Kim. So this is my remote bypass. So, it's blocked off here. So it forces the water to come through here, pick up this injector, and then out to my gun. And then when I need to rinse, I just hit the up button, which I call it A and B. A for agua and B for bleach. The only thing I have to worry about is I need to get a bag and hang it around my neck, because when it's in my pocket, sometimes I'll hit a button. So I mean, you can tell on the gun, because once you call for water, the volume comes up almost immediately in the gun, so I know I've screwed up, so I just hit the bleach again. That's about it. Just baby cranked up. I got my gun down there, and it's open. All right, here we go. do this top first. Let's see if I can get around there a little bit. May have to put my ladder up a little higher. Whoop. Let's get this thing. That. Give her a heavy coat. That's about as heavy as you can give it. Ugh. It's going to help too on the dormers that there's so much water have ran out of the gutters already. I'm not even worried about it. Heavy coat. I'll get the other side over here. Get up inside there. And we'll get this in. Open her up a little bit. Now, I love these M5 tips. No problem. All right. Probably bumped it. Oh, there's a frog. Dude. So sorry, buddy. I know they had to hurt. Know where to put him. I know that's a casualty we face. I just hate that. Come on, buddy. Get some rain on you. I apologize, buddy. Man, I hate that. I hate taking down bird nests too, but I always ask for permission. Otherwise, I've been leaving them up. It's really tough. Get in here. You can see it melting right now. There's nothing I can do. I've got to get it on that. I've got to get it on that tree, plant, or whatever the heck it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Oops. Spray this down. Kill some of that green. He said he didn't care about the lattice, but you know what? Everybody says that kind of stuff. When you get right down to it, maybe he'll leave it. I mean, that's all it takes right there to clean it. I don't have enough hose. There we go. I can sure smell the bleach. It's working. Look at that green. I've got to get enough bleach on here because it's raining. All that overspray out there going on wet grass. Plenty. Heavy. Kill that green. All right. Let's get the rest of this siding done here. You want to be a little careful around them lights. As soon as I get done here, I'm going to flip it to water and start rinsing this concrete off. Oh, I forgot to put tape over that lock. Dang it. Oh well. And I forgot to take that chime down. What was I thinking? Alright, so I'm only 40 feet from there, but anyway, this is the way I do it. Just hit the top, light goes off, the valve is turning, I can see it, so I'll be water only here. Takes about 20 seconds to get the line rinsed out. So I got about 20 seconds of soap, and I'll just put that on the siding. Just a light little coat. All right, now we got water. I just want to rinse that off. It's not very old. So I just want to make sure I'm not going to show that green come off there. I don't want it to lighten up. Trying to get that off there. I don't see where it's lightened up anywhere. In fact, I see where something been sitting here and reacted with it. Oh, that box. All right. Give that another 5 minutes to dwell, and then I'll rinse it. Okay, I went ahead and got up here. I want to give it a good rinse because I didn't get a lot of Kim in that corner. I think some got in there, but we're just gonna give it a good rinse. Got a lot of bleeders up here. We got hail damage right there too. I'll take a picture for him. A lot of crap coming out of there. That's up underneath there. We'll let the rain take care of the rest. Huh. Not much we can do about that. I had to shoot it from up this way, so I forced a lot of chemical up inside that, up through these holes, and so it's coming back down. The rain will take care of that, but it won't take care of that hail damage that he probably doesn't know about. So I'll take a picture of that up close, and then back away. So he might be able to get that fixed, or this whole side here changed out, because if they can't find the exact same siding that you have, they have to change the whole house. Same way with your roofing. If you got hail damage, well, first of all, normally on hail damage there's not a repair, but if there is and they can't find that exact same shingle, you get a whole new roof. But I'm gonna let the rain rinse this off. There's not much I can do about that. Well, there's really nothing I can do about it because of the way I had to put the Kim on. So, all right, hold it on here like that, backing up, get my hand on the ladder, and we're good. I hate ladder work. While I'm carrying my ladder, I might as well put it up front for those dormers instead of setting it down, picking it back up again. I think I'll just get up there, and that's if it's a 412 roof, it's something, but it don't even look like it's 412. There we go. Now it's on it. All right, that'll be ready for me when I come around. All right, so let's do some rinsing. I'm trying to hit it with a little pressure on each lap. Want to be careful though, because it is oxidized pretty bad. I find that a lot on the yellow. All right. Fan it out a little bit more. Some stain or something on it over here. Yeah, there's wood stain on there. Something. Yeah, wood stain. Pretty thick too. A lot of crap. There's a mud dauber up there. More stain. Stain. Huh. They sure slapped the stain up there. More stain. Stain. Okay. And there's just a ton of crap coming out of that. Ton of crap. She's dirty. She's nasty. Man. A lot of spots on there. I'll have to check that out, see if that's stain or not. a lot of crap in this bottom J. All right, give it a quick rinse, like so. All right. Okay, so I'm right here. I know that they just poured this concrete. When I say just poured, I don't know. It looks like it's less than 6 months, maybe a year. But they've got concrete up here. It's hard. It's like rock hard. And then there's stain, concrete. And then over here's some tape. Where tape was, it's all sticky. I mean, that'd be another process to take that off. And the process to taking that off, I'm going to have to agitate it. And then this siding is heavily oxidized. Can't tell it much right there, but see some yellow right there? It's heavily oxidized, so I clean this. It's going to stick out probably worse than that. So here's tape. There's something was taped here. Oh, I know what was taped there. Plastic for when they did the concrete. So that's why there's concrete above the tape. And then the stain was here prior when the deck was in here. As you can see, it's got that cedar stain, and you can see little spots around. Somebody got a little wild. I'm going to rinse that down again, just a light mist, and keep going. I think I'll just white tip that all off. All right, I'm going to white tip this deck off best I can. Go around, do all the outside, come around, do the inside, and then do the bottom, do the deck part. Did I mention I hated washing decks? It just gets all over you. I'm trying out these frog togs. I had them on yesterday, and I bought them for 38 to like 44 waist, so they go over my clothes. And I tore a hole in them right here. I used some contact cement and patched it, and then I ended up cutting 2 inches off. Not only that gave me the patch, but I was catching them underneath my boot, and so it came with the pants and a jacket for like, I think it was under 20 bucks, like 18 bucks. The only problem I'm having with them is next time I'm going to buy a brand with a pocket here, so I can get into my inner pocket, and then maybe, you know, have a pocket on these. I don't know, but that's getting to be a pain in the butt, reaching in for my phone and stuff, car keys, that kind of stuff. So I'm white tipping this thing off. I set an expectation with the customer that I would kill the organics, and the byproduct of me rinsing some of this would come off, but in no way was my intention, is trying to get the solid stain off. But it's taken quite a bit of it off. He'll be able to just go right back with that deck paint, and he'll be good to go for a few more years. Hello. Well, I just got done with the deck, and I misted off the siding, and the only thing left is the stain and concrete. There's even concrete up here. So now I'm going to rinse this off, and I'll be done with this back side. Well, as you already can see, it's looking a lot better. So I may have missed a little spot right there. I'm not sure. I'll hit that, but I mean, it's pretty much brown. She's coming down. All right, so I'll let that dwell about 10 minutes, and then I might intermediately put another light coat on it. It was pretty bad, but she's coming down.